Oh, really? No.
Do it.
No.
Let's do it. Ridiculous.
I'm wondering where we're going with this.
How do other musicians even talk to you? Why are we in black?
What kind of show is this?
You're totally inspiring.
I got hotel keys in every pocket.
This was a Beachcombers episode. You ripped this off.
You are watching Stripped Down. You are watching Stripped Down, Saskatchewan's only 1-hour local music showcase, the award-winning show that brings the venue to you in the comfort of your own living room. Hi to everyone watching across the province on Shaw and Access Communications. Here it is, the last episode of 2010. That's worth a round of applause. Come on, it's been a great year. And I'm clapping by myself. Everybody, thank you. Wow. People sleeping tonight. There's always a big thing on the last episode. It's a Christmas episode, the last one of the year, and the last 2 years we've been doing Stripped Down since 2008. It didn't really go the way I wanted. If we can roll tape, let's take a look at how the last episode of 2008 and the last episode of 2009 ended. Can we do this, guys? Roll tape.
Wait a minute. Ho, ho,
What's going on, Sasha?
Your favorite non-religious member of Christmas?
Oh no!
All right, I'm gonna do a little dance for you. I've lost some weight.
Whoa!
Go Santa!
Go Santa! Go Santa! Go Santa! Go Santa! Go Santa!
Wow, he's really good.
Woo! Let's do this, guys. I think we have a special person here who wants to come and do some performing.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
Yeah, so we took a lot of phone calls when the Grinch came in and broke some stuff. And the year before that, wasn't really expecting Santa to break dance. But all in all, I feel like this year, it's the year on Stripped Down to play it straight. There's going to be no shenanigans tonight. We're going to have our first official straight through Christmas episode, no shenanigans. And to make sure that happens, we've brought the Biz in to guard the door. Check that out. There he is. There is one of the most intimidating men you'll ever meet. Jordan Bzdel, the Biz. He's on guard tonight. He's like our bouncer. He's like the stripped down bouncer. No one's getting in or out unless it's through the Biz. So there will be no shenanigans tonight. You have my word. Anyways, let's get to music. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight on Stripped Down, making the drive all the way from Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan, ladies and gentlemen, Jayson Ford.
To fade, the charcoal hole, starry gaze. TV drones is monotone again. Heaven knows it's hard to tell if she wants have and hold as well. Here I am, still waiting, longing here for you. If you believe in angels, if you need me like I'm hoping that you do. If you believe in angels, if you need me like I'm hoping that you what she wants and what she needs. All the offers in between. Coulda, coulda, woulda's home again. Even if a star would fall, I've half a chance at her at all. Still I am just waiting, longing here for you. If you believe in angels, if you would need me like I'm hoping that you do. If you believe in angels, if you would need me like I'm hoping that you do. And I know that what I'm asking for is ever and ever. If I'm honest, I'll just lay it all down. If you believe in angels, if you believe, yeah, if you believe in angels, if you would need me like I'm hoping that you do. If you believe in angels, if you would need me like I'm hoping that you do. Say 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 you do.
Nice. What a way to kick it off. Jayson Ford all the way from Moose Jaw. What was the opening song?
The song is called If You Believe in Angels.
Nice.
Yeah, that's why it's said 1,000 times in the chorus. You know, it's the chorus, the refrain, hey? It's like, beat them to death with a chorus.
That's what you got to do.
That's basically what I do.
I'm having such a good time tonight already. Last show of the year. What a year it's been. We've done, I don't even know how many episodes. We did 43 last season. Did a couple, did 5 or 6 this fall. We had our 100th episode. It's just been, it's a nice feeling of closure tonight. I'm so excited you're here to spend 60 minutes with us. Jayson Ford risking life and limb, not lice, life and limb driving in from Moose Jaw today. A little icy out there.
Davidson's always a nightmare.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What is it about Davidson?
I don't know.
Just collects
Something about
ice.
the curve and the wind.
You made it though.
It's
Everything's
treacherous.
good. You have a reliable
I lost
car.
track around 12 or 13 small vehicles in the ditch. It was entertaining.
Nice.
It's never boring.
No, it's
that drive
never.
in the wintertime.
So what's it like being a artist in Moose Jaw? That's your primary residence?
Yeah, I've been there for 7 years or so.
Okay. Before that?
I'm from
It's a
Melfort,
long-
Saskatchewan.
Okay.
There you go.
So
That's
you
my-
went
that's
from
my
Melfort,
surrogate
you moved
hometown.
to basically the big city of Moose Jaw.
The big city of Moose Jaw.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And there you're a red tape specialist, groundwater approvals, groundwater management, something or other?
Yeah.
That's pretty intense.
I'm a
What
desk
exactly does
jockey.
that mean?
It means this is my excitement. The job is really not that riveting.
What do you do?
Uh,
Say it in an
I'm a
exciting
desk jockey.
voice.
there is no great way to say what I do. It's like I'm in groundwater management. I'll license your well for you.
That sounds really Tony
That's right.
Soprano vague.
Hutter,
He was always
Hutterites,
in waste management.
Hutterites and RM administrators hate me. There we go.
Okay.
I'm a marked man. I don't go to the southwest portion of the province.
See, I'm already lost, but it made me smile when I saw it because I know you've watched the show before. We broadcast in Moose Jaw. And since we've started, we've been running that water PSA from that girl that's always like, do you know what happens when you flush the toilet? And that was just what
And
I
she
thought
has
of.
that voice too. Yeah.
She does. That's exactly what. If
Yeah.
you closed your eyes, you could just visualize her. She's like, do you know where your water comes from? We've been running that PSA since episode 1, so I thought maybe you guys knew each other or something. No, you don't know the girl.
No, I know. I know who it's with that kind of voice. I know who you're
Yeah.
talking about. Sure.
It's unmistakable. Okay, let's talk more about Jayson Ford. This episode came together from a mutual friend, Mr. Darren Fish, who's no longer a Shaw employee.
No.
He's left the company, and it's ironic because
What did he do? I want to know.
I don't know. I don't know if he left. I think he left on good terms, but he was someone that we've worked with.
Fish?
Yeah, he was in PA. I was here, worked with him for 5-6 years, and he was never helpful. And then all of a sudden he leaves the company, and now he's lining up artists for me. So thank you, Fish.
Fish is a good man.
He is a really good guy. How do you know Darren Fish?
He's held my head above the toilet several times. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not the story
You
I
asked
was
Fish
expecting,
about
but-
our being out way too late, and after the bar we go to Humpty's in PA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, nothing.
Pan scrambler and beer turns out not a
Just
good
not
mix.
not a brilliant marriage.
No, not brilliant. You
No.
think you need it. You
Yeah. Well, that's why they provide that service at 2-3 in the morning. They're smart.
don't. Yes.
That way. They're
Absolutely.
smart that way.
No, Fish is a good man.
So were you in PA or because he's not in Moose Jaw? So was that from before or
Fish lives east of PA?
is it? does
West
it?
of PA.
Okay.
Out like Canwood area, somewhere around there. Shellbrook, Canwood. He might be in PA. I don't know. I've lost track of him.
He's
He's
just
so very
legendary.
cryptic on
He's-
Facebook.
He just shows up when needed. All right, what are we going to hear tonight? Is this what Jayson Ford brings to the table? If you go see a Jayson Ford show, do you have a backing band? Are you a solo artist?
Well, it's always it's a toss-up tonight. We're talking before the show whether we call this Flyboy or Jayson Ford, and the band. The idea was to have a band name called Flyboy. Okay, and that's what you'll find on if you look for me on Facebook or MySpace. MySpace isn't completely dead, isn't it?
It's on life support.
It's on life. So Flyboy is essentially me, and I bring in people that do the things that I can't do.
Okay.
It could be argued I can barely do this too, but I figured I'd keep something. But I was working with Nate Wall, who's with the Trip Meter. He was playing drums, of course. Jared Robinson from Nebulous Entertainment.
Okay.
Shout out to Jared. He did some of the backing vocals and keys and production, of course. But the idea was to be the wussy pop version of Trent Reznor. I don't know how to do anything different. I'm not trying to be stare at your sneakers indie rock. I can't. I tried. I just don't do it that well. So I'm a weird mix of all things pop.
Well, you've hit me with a lot of stuff to talk about, and I definitely will. But we're burning through time, so let's get to song number 2 and take our first commercial break. So, what do you follow your first song with? What's up next?
I'm gonna do the theme song to Gilligan's Island. Ready?
Yeah.
No. This song is it's called Clippy. This is but a buddy of mine. His name's Julian Minette, who's a dear friend of mine from PA, and he had a heart condition unbeknownst to any of us. And we always wondered why he lived life to the fullest, 24/7. And then when he dropped dead one day, we realized that this is why he lived as he did. So I wrote this for Julian, and this is called Clippy.
Could have been, there should have been. I don't wanna think about it. Every day this heavy haze, and I can't see an end today. Cut away to make it grow, we're told. Lord, I'm scared and unprepared to lose so much control, but I know that heaven has a rhythm all its own. Your Father plays, I'll move the on a maze as the soul swings sweetly up and on. decimate. From center stage, I could never feel the same way. It used to be my nights were light enough, but Jesus, I've been mourning for so long. If I could just know that heaven has a rhythm all its own. Used to be my nights were light enough, but Jesus, I've been mourning for so long. If I could just know that heaven has a rhythm all its own. And I know that heaven has a rhythm all its own. I know that heaven has a rhythm all its own.
Spending 60 minutes with Jayson Ford, and this is why I love doing the show. You know, you were talking about how you want it to be like Trent Reznor-ish, and then you bust into a beautiful song like that. You never know what's next on the show, and that's the feel of live TV, and I think the appeal of this show. So we got lots more with Jayson Ford coming up after our first commercial break, so stick with us. Last episode of Stripped Down 2010. Check it out.
Go Santa!
Go Santa!
The following sponsors are proud to support local community programming on Shaw. Mother's Music. (617 8th Street East, Saskatoon), on the web at mothersmusic.com. Ultimo Euromoto. (204 3rd Avenue South in downtown Saskatoon), 664-6640.
The word spreads around and round, so we gon' catapult into your town. Hold on, we about to take the rhythm up and away, and leave the critics stuck with nothing to say. The word spreads around and round, so we gon' catapult into your town. Hold on, we about to take the rhythm up and away, and leave the critics stuck with nothing to say.
Yo, we're flossing out simplicity, the rock and rickety balance. I'm all the gristle like a chicken and salad. You ain't fit to be
Do you know what happens to water once it's gone down the storm sewer?
It's carried by pipes under the street and dumped into our lakes and rivers. The trouble is, excess chemicals from our yard and parks and oil and gas spills from the street also gets washed down the storm sewer and end up in our waterways. These bodies of water are home to fish and wildlife and often is where we get our drinking water.
And we're back. You're watching Stripped Down. Jayson Ford, aka Flyboy, here in the Shaw TV studio today. So let's break this down. This Flyboy thing. That's the kind of the band name, but you also sometimes do solo by Flyboy. Is that correct?
Well, I think, you know, when we get when Flyboy gets out on the road, it'll definitely be a band. As much as I can help it, I don't want it to be the Jayson Ford project or the Jayson Ford band. I mean, like we said, tonight was kind of odd. I wasn't even sure. Even shortly before air, I was like, well, maybe go under my name because, I'm selfish, right?
You had a nice 2.5-hour white knuckle drive to think about it, though, through the icy highway.
Right.
So what does Jayson Ford do around the Christmas season? What do you got lined
Eggnog.
up in the next couple weeks?
Bailey's, eggnog, and...
Well, your band interests are Alexander Keith and Captain Morgan. That's what I pulled off your Facebook.
Yeah, I can't help myself.
Well, it's Saskatchewan, right? It's winter Saskatchewan.
No,
You're an artist.
The holidays, it's all about hanging out and seeing people I haven't seen for a while. Going back up to PA and perhaps even Melfort, who knows, and just kind of, touch base with people.
Yeah.
But it usually involves beer a lot.
That's a common theme around Christmas. There's nothing wrong with that. It's when it's a common theme on like a Tuesday in February at 10 at night by yourself, and that's when you have a problem.
Sure.
All right. Okay. Can we get a shot of our guard here? Jordan Bzdel. Is everything okay? No one's trying to get in or out? Okay. Good stuff. Now, if we can do it, let's switch gears and throw it over to our audio engineer, if he can mic himself up in time. Ladies and gentlemen, back this week, Mr. Bennett Dobney. Bennett, how's it going, buddy?
It's going very well. Feeling Christmassy and whatnot.
Yeah, the lights come on and you're blind.
Yeah.
I love the shirt.
Yeah,
Charlie Brown's Christmas.
It's a coincidence that I wore that today.
That is pretty epic. So what goes on during the holidays at the Dobney house? I'm guessing a lot of music.
A lot of music, but about every second Christmas we go away somewhere, and this year we're going to spend Christmas with my aunt in Costa Rica.
What?
So that's going to be different, really warm and not snowy. It's weird having Christmas in a place where you wake up and there's no snow whatsoever.
Thoughts on that? Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's a good thing, yeah.
Yeah?
It's very good.
All right, anybody you want to give a Christmas hello out to real quick? Christmas
wishes.
I don't know. Last episode, what? Break it down real quick. You jumped on in September. Since it was such a crazy fall with Halloween, episode 100, episode 99, we've only done this is like our 9th episode. But have you been enjoying taking the reins, doing the audio?
It's been great. It's been lots of good practice and whatnot, and I just can't get enough practice, and so that's always good.
And you could always be found on Facebook as well, right?
You bet,
Audio Guy for Hire.
Absolutely,
Bennett Dobney.
Correct. You can look me up there, or I'm on MySpace.
Oh,
it's not dead. It's not dead. Yeah.
To the MySpace. Okay, let's get to more music. Mr. Jayson Ford. Song number 3.
Sure. This is a song called Bells. I wrote this, a Christmas tune.
This is actually how you ended up on the show.
This is how I ended up on the show.
But we'll tell that story after.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
The scene in the city, taking the wonder of it all. Yeah, you know it's Christmas time. The carolers singing, full of spirit and of song. Yeah, you know it's Christmas time. The bells are ringing, and then all the choir sings. But it's only gonna be around at Christmas time. The tree is twinkling, trimmed in tinsel, and it all is a sign of Christmas time. The children are dreaming, if they are asleep at all, how they long for Christmas time. The bells are ringing, and then all the choir sings. But it's only gonna be around at Christmas time. the bells are ringing, and then all the choir sings. But it's only gonna be around at Christmas time. But it's only gonna be around at Christmas.
Nice. That was an amazing song. Original Christmas song here on Stripped Down by Jayson Ford. And again, that is the song that got you on the show. Because again, the wonderful tool that Facebook is, you know, I could book bands, but so few bands know Christmas songs or especially have original Christmas songs. So I just put a thing out on Facebook and I was like, hey, any artists out there want to be on Stripped Down and do a Christmas episode? And that was where our mutual friend Darren Fish was like, I got just the guy. He's amazing. He's got his own Christmas song and he described you. And here we are, a couple weeks later.
There you go.
There you go. So how are you feeling? Stripped down experience. You said you were a little nervous beforehand.
A little nervous. You know, it seems like every single drop of moisture that ever was, that existed in my throat is gone. So, you know.
Do you need some water before the next song? Do you need tune before the next song? Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to take it?
You sure you just got water here, eh? Nothing.
I can see what's in
No
some other
problem.
people's desks, like Ann Perry.
Yeah,
But
no
you never know. Do you want to take a commercial break then and get some water and do some more songs after? Or do you want to power through one more?
No, the next one's easy.
Yeah?
I made sure the next one's easy. I might have to tune a bit.
Yeah, well, tune ahead.
Okay.
Let's set the stage while you tune.
Sure.
Are you switching too?
Oh, yeah.
And big props to Salicardo for lending us his guitar stand. I don't know what we did for the first 86 episodes before we had that guitar stand. Okay, we're tuning.
Well,
what's the next song?
If this looks like the cheapest guitar imaginable, then you'd be right.
Okay.
So, oh yeah. Right now, all my guitar player friends are looking at me going, "Oh no." The next song is called "Beautiful." This was the second song I wrote under the Flyboy moniker, and I went through this phase of trying to write what I call heavy pop, you know, where you because it was at the time when everybody was going down to drop D tuning or drop C if you were the Smashing Pumpkins, you know, and it was like heavy, you know, and grungy and stuff. And I thought, well, what if you took that same kind of tuning and then just wrote these really, really wussy pop songs? That'd be awesome. So I did that for a while. And, well, that's how Angel started. And then this song I wrote next. But then I thought, hey, let's take out the cheap classical guitar and really make it wussy. So let's go with that. Yeah. So only God knows how this is going to turn out, because I never actually ran through this completely through once to rehearse it. So I'll meet you at the bottom of the stairs, okay?
Take it away, Jayson Ford.
So professional. It's close enough, right? All right. Never thought it happened to you. Never thought you'd have to care at all. If ever there was something to lose, you'd rather leave than risk a fall. And one day it walks in, one thing you wanted. Could you know that something be so beautiful
Could you know that something be so perfect for your life? Like a sailor with a star at sea, yeah. Something that was there to steer you on. Knowing it was all you needed, enough to make the painful shame dissolve. Then one day it walks in, the one thing you wanted. Could you know that something be so beautiful? Could you know that something be so perfect for your life? Could you know that something be so beautiful? Could you know that something be so perfect for your life? Nothing you try to explain. You know you'll never be the same person you were before everything changed. Could you know that something be so beautiful? Could you know that something be so perfect for your life? Could you know that something be so beautiful? Could you know that something be so perfect for your life? Could you know that something be so beautiful? Could you know that something be so perfect for your life? Could you know something be so beautiful? Could you know something be so perfect for your life?
By Jayson Ford, also known as Flyboy. Having a good time tonight.
There you go.
You're a really good musician. You don't give yourself nearly enough credit. Just saying.
I like myself better when the entire voice is there instead of just the bottom third.
Well, I am going to throw to a commercial break, and I'm personally going to go get you a giant cup of water. Okay, stick around. We got lots more Strip Down coming up right after this commercial break.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
He's big, he's bold, he's a polar bear. And as much as we wouldn't want to run into him face to face, we also wouldn't want to see anything threaten his existence. Hard to believe an animal this big needs our help. But even though the polar bears live far away in the remote Arctic, we are having a negative impact on their lives. Our pollutants travel the oceans and atmosphere and enter their food chain. Plus, climate change is causing the ice they live on to melt earlier each spring. This makes it more difficult for the bears to catch their prey. If you're wondering how you can help, simple things like riding your bike, walking, or taking the bus instead of driving will do a lot for our environment and the polar bears. But that's just a start. If you go to hww.ca, you can learn more about polar bears and find ideas on how to help protect Canada's wildlife. That's hww.ca.
The following sponsors are proud to support local community programming on Shaw. Mother's Music, 617 8th Street East, Saskatoon, on the web at mothersmusic.com. Ultimo Euromoto. 204 3rd Avenue South in downtown Saskatoon, 664-6640.
All natural things on Earth and how they interact is biodiversity. From bacteria to beavers, badlands to parklands, nature is vital to life, filtering water and producing the plants and oxygen we rely on. Today, human activities are reducing biodiversity in Canada, but there are simple ways we can help preserve it. To learn more, visit hww.ca.
And we're back. You are watching the last episode of Strip Down of 2010. I promised everybody a sincere Christmas episode. I think we're delivering. There's going to be no dancing Santas. There's going to be no Grinches smashing stuff because we got this man right here guarding the door. The Biz. There's those menacing eyebrows. No one gets past this guy. He's guarding the door all night. No shenanigans tonight on the last episode, the Christmas episode of Strip Down. But here we are back in the studio with Moose Jaw's own Jayson Ford. You are killing it tonight. I'm having a good time. You're a heck of a musician. Again, I was saying before we took a commercial break, you're hard on yourself. You're always down on your talents. But man, I'm very impressed. Even on your little your Facebook, I'm